Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a video series documenting the journey that I'll be taking on a brand new free-to-play account. The idea behind this is that right now my main account is already quite far into the game. I'm on chapter 29 now, etc. And I have learned a lot of different tips, tricks along the way that I really want to share. Some of them are quite small and very situational, and so it's probably not enough for me to make a content by themselves. But also some are happen very early on in the game that I probably have already forgotten. So I just kind of want to share everything I have learned along the way, and also the best way of doing this is why don't I create from the very beginning. I'm gonna deliberately keep this completely free to play. Will always be able to see this Asina icon on the right hand side to show that I haven't put any money into this. And so anyone out there who is watching this video should theoretically be able to follow every single one of my step in my journey, and this almost become a step-by-step guide for anyone who wants to get better in this game, etc. Alright, so let's start off with, I guess, the first ever video. So because this is the very first video, let me do a bit of an intro or background on this account. So this account is on the the latest server that was released. It's the second server in a group of servers. So it is currently in the server canon, so that's 122. The I got extremely lucky in this account, I guess, which is kind of why I'm sticking with this account to document the journey, because I just got such good nights. It'd be a waste of not using this. So I got two copies of Evil Saga, which as you know, for any reroll, if you just get one light and dark, it's perfect. The fact that I got a duplicate, that's absolutely amazing. And on top of that, something which never happened to me before is I got enough duplicates to make host 3 new knights, which are all 9 stars. So in order to get it to 9 stars, you have to clear. Need to get 4 copies of each knight. The fact that I'm able to do this, three sorry, to get into A star you need 4 copies of each knight, and then to get to 9 star you need to get use another A star to power it up. So first challenge is obviously even trying to get 4 copies of the same knight, and I meant to do that. But then the second challenge is getting enough food to power them up even further, and I meant to do that as well. So that's how lucky I've been with all of the knights and the rolls from my diamonds and summonings here, and that's kind of why this is perfectly set up. Another reason why this account is actually really good is because this server feels like it's fairly tame. If I look at the rankings, etc. So first of all, I am actually currently top rank in both stage progress and in Dimension of Exile, which is absolutely amazing. If I look at all of the other top players, there is one Shaka player, so that's going to be a VIP 9. So he is probably going to be a big spender and likely one of the main competitors. But a lot of the other players, I don't actually know whether they are big spender or not. I mean, some of them have really good knights, no doubt about that. But at least I don't see any evidence of Shaka or VIP 9 elsewhere. So that basically suggests, hopefully whilst the competition will be fierce, it is going to be on a fairly even ground for everyone. No one's putting significantly huge amount of money to dominate. So hopefully this means that my account will be fairly competitive in the server, despite the fact being completely free to play. Um, Obviously, money is not everything in this game. This game does have a lot of tactics and strategy, which is kind of what my channel is all about. And to demonstrate this, I'll be obviously sharing tips in this video, but also as evidence, if I look at some of the knights, they are roughly, level 130 upwards, and even with 5-star knights, he has a 5-star Deathmark, a 5-star Leo, and a 4-star Misty as part of his first team, whereas if you compare to me, I'm mostly floating around the early 120 level, early 120s. I only have 4-star knights, a 4-star Desma, a 4-star Misty, and a 4-star Agate. So in terms of level and knights, other people in this server are beating me for sure. However, I'm still able to progress further than them. And this is going to be some of the tips that I'll be telling you so that you are able to achieve the same things as well. So let's start with tip number 1, I guess, which is At early stage of the game, your knights are not going to be unlocking a lot of constellations. Sorry, I'm not going to be unlocking constellation, Arashiki. You may be able to get close, but you won't be getting very far with it. I put all of my Golden Knight's blood into Deathmarks, and the highest I can get is still level 17, right? So without spending serious cash, you won't be able to unlock the level 20 stages of your armors. So that basically means in this early stage of the game, a lot of the battles will be fought between pure brute power. And that basically means your positioning of your knights is going to be super important. So how do you position your knight, and how well do you know the basic skills of your knight, and to position your knight in a similar way to counter the enemy formation is going to be a key part to how you progress. So to give an example here, if I go to Dimension of Excel, the enemy has a formation such as this. How should I position against it? If you know of the enemy's character well, you will know that, for example, Dante does massive amount of damage. He can normally kill off one of your knights in probably 2 or 3 hits. So what's the best counter in situation? It'll be Agati. Why? Because Agati have this immunity skill. So even if Dante managed to kill me off, because of immunity from Agati, I'm still able to hold the defense line for a bit further, allowing my later knights to be protected. And so that's kind of why I position Agati on the right to counter the opponent's Dante. And of course, there's the usual elemental advantage, right? So you see the enemy have a water knight on the left hand side and a fire knight on the right hand side, and that's why at the back I remembered back knights in the back row still attack into corresponding positions in the front. So my Hound Asterion, even though he's at the back, he's on the left hand side, so he will be attacking the enemy's front row knight on the left hand side, so therefore attacking to mirror, and I'll get elemental advantage here. And likewise, my Death Master is going to attack into Dante with his normal attack. Once again, I'll get elemental advantage here, so that's very good. If you also know the skills and the range of your characters, for example, Desma, his ultimate deals 3 damage to 3 knights directly opposite him. So if I release my Desma's ultimate, I'll be right now currently attacking Dante, Ptolemy, and Shaka. All 3 of them are enemy's main damage dealer, so this is very good for me because they are the more fragile knight and the most dangerous knights, and therefore positioning my death mark in this position allow me to hopefully take out them quickly as well. So always bear in mind what are your character skills, what's your win condition as well, and that will determine how you kind of position your knights correspondingly in order to really overcome each individual stage. Second tip I will be talking about would be in the friends section. So every single week you are able to borrow 3 knights, and the knights you really want to borrow in the first 1 or 2 weeks will be a healer. The best healers, in my opinion, for early stages would be Misty and Arismu. Asina and Hound are also good choices, probably slightly lower tier in terms of healing capability in the early on though. So, if you can, definitely get a Misty or Iris Moon. Get the one that you don't currently have. I, for example, don't have Iris Moon, and that's why I borrowed the Iris Moon. Very, very helpful. And the reason why you want a healer is that you help out tremendously in 2 game modes early on. One is the boss battles. So in boss battles, much if you are high enough level normally, you are able to survive through the entire battle without anything else dying. But that's not going to be the case when you just start an account, right? For the first 1 or 2 weeks, your knights would not be able to stand up to the boss at all. You will be wiped out all the time. So your standard tactic of bringing a high damage dealing DPS into boss battle is not going to work because he will be killed off too quickly. So instead, what you want to do is actually bring 1 or 2 healers to really to help to sustain your team long enough so that even if they don't last through the whole battle, at least they can last through 40 or 50 seconds of the battle, so that you are kind of trading off the reduced damage dealing capability of 1 or 2 healers, in effect exchanging that for your other 8 knights to perform much longer and therefore dealing more damage in total. And so that's why healer is actually really good in boss battle for the first 1 or 2 weeks. The other one you is going to be really handy in is going to be in memory space. If I go into memory space, what you will see is that you can use the knights that you borrow from your friend infinitely amount of times. So I can use my did I already borrow a knight here? Oh yeah, so I borrow Honda steering here. So I can place Honda steering in multiple battles, and that's really useful, especially if you borrow a really high star level knight. It's really good to have this one aiding you through every single stage. And what this also allows you to do is that if you can have 1 or 2 healers in your team formation, you can rotate the rest of your knights in order to make sure they finish the battle with maximum health and maximum Cosmo. So to give an example here, I'll have 2 healers, so Asteria and Misty. If I go into this battle, I'm going to turn off the ultimate and I'm just going to let it run. As soon as any of my healings charge up, such as Misty's ultimate, I'm going to use them. And what this allows me to do is that because I'm healing my knights constantly, I am going to finish this battle. Right now you see everyone else is at full Cosmo and full health. Hopefully this will finish the battle in the same way. Actually, no. I have my knights died, so I'll probably retry that later if I need to. But the idea here is that you want to finish the battle with everyone in maximum health and maximum Cosmo. And what this allows you to do is that now, if you go into the very final boss in that memory stage, now if you look at my box, I have a box full of characters who are very high health and already have cosmos charged up. So they are ready to go into battle to fire off ultimate straight away. And that's really good, especially in the memory stage, this one, where the final boss is a Shaka, who's like 50 levels ahead of you. You would never be able to take Shaka down face at face value with a whole team of 5 people. However, using this trick I just showed you, you now instead can go into this battle with 12 or 15 knights all fully charged up. And rather than trying to rely on one team to power through Shaka, you can just literally have 15 knights fire off their ultimates consecutively. Even if your knights get killed off, that's fine. You still have 15 knights in total, just firing off their ultimate against Shaka. So that will help you to get through Shaka very quickly, and that basically helps you a lot because by the time you unlock this few stages, you also get better rewards as well. And once you can able to sweep them, you can get guaranteed reward every single day by sweeping through this memory space every single day. So very useful concept. Last thing I'll be talking about is kind of towards the end of 8 days, you should really be trying to stop spending diamonds all at once. I did mention, in my reroll guide, it's very important to upgrade knights to spend all of your diamonds on knights so that you can try to clear as many stages as possible. Normally, you can do this fairly easily on probably on the 6th day or 7th day, to be honest. The fact that this one battle where you need to get 65 star now. Normally you should be able to achieve that by the 6th or 7th day. And for the last 1 or 2 days, I suggest you slow down, spend your diamonds unless you absolutely need to, and just stock everything up. And the reason why I suggest this is that as soon as the first 8 days finish, you are going to be synced up to the latest events in the server, well in that kind of European server in this case. And unless you are absolutely sure what is going to be the upcoming event, for example, in my case, it's going to be another 2 days, and then the entire EU will be rolling out a new different set of events. I have no idea what they are going to be, and in order to anticipate for that, I have to prepare for the worst case scenario, which is, let's say, the normal starter event is going to come up with a Sagittarius Aurora Spanner, where I need to spend 2,400 every single day to get golden arrows. But what if they also release a light and dark character in the normal events, and that required me to spend 3,000 diamonds to get petals? Then all of a sudden, I have an outgoing spend of 5,400 diamonds every single day, and there's no way you can, earn that much per day just through your normal gaming activities, and that's going to be really annoying. So that's why kind of towards the end of your start events, I would suggest you kind of start saving up your diamonds to keep a healthy stock. As soon as you know what the event is going to be, you then can have an estimate of how much it's going to eat into and what's the requirement going to be, and then you can spend the rest into your normal summonings, etc. Normally, you can generate about 2,000 diamonds per day, and the most diamond extensive, exhaustive event will be the petals, which the light and dark petals, and that'll be 3,000. So knowing kind of what's going to be the estimate outgoing and roughly how much you'll be earning, then you can have an estimate of what is the safe portion of diamond that you can actually afford to spend. That's all for the video today. If you enjoyed the content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me to know that there are actually people out there benefiting from my guide and motivate me to share more knowledge in the future. If there's any topic that you want me to cover, please drop me a note in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you next time.